The 2 billion-year-old nuclear reactors in Africa baffle researchers. Reactions similar to those inside the power plants in modern era arose spontaneously around 2 billion years ago in the Oklo region of Gabon in Africa. In 1942, physicist Enrico Fermi and a team of workers built what they thought was the first nuclear reactor in the Chicago racquetball court. Unfortunately, nature had beaten them to the punch by eons. Truth be told, self-sustaining nuclear power reactor was invented in Africa 2 billion years ago. It's a 100 kilowatt nuclear plant that produces pulses of power every 3 hours for a period of about 150,000 years. And the discovery of the prehistoric Oklo nuclear plant, June 2nd, 1972, a French nuclear fuel processing plant discovered that 200 kilograms of uranium from a uranium mine in the Oklo region of Gabon Republic had been refined. Fearing that someone or a secret organization would build a nuclear bomb, the French Atomic Energy Commission immediately opened an investigation. And finally, researchers and scientists from all over the world, after conducting detailed investigation, came to the conclusion that 6 large nuclear reactors, as old as 2 billion years old, are located near Gabon's uranium mine and has been active for at least 150 years. The advanced process of self-sustaining fission. The ancient nuclear reactors use surface water and groundwater to modulate and reflect sequenced fission neutrons. Its operation is much more advanced than that of modern nuclear reactors. Moreover, scientists found geological evidence that uranium in lens-shaped veins of uranium ore had undergone self-sustaining fission chain reaction, generating intense heat. In this process, subatomic neutrons released by radioactive decay of uranium atoms induced decay of other uranium atoms, leading to a cascade of nuclear fission and sustainable release of energy as heat. Now, this was what modern nuclear reactors use to produce power. It needs the pure natural water. Former head of the United States Atomic Energy Commission and Nobel laureate Dr. Glenn T. Seaborg points out, for uranium to continue to burn, quote unquote, all conditions must be completely free of bias. The water involved in the nuclear reaction must be very pure. A few parts per million of pollutants will create a toxic reaction that causes the reactor to stop working. Nowhere in the world is there such pure natural water. Then you have the radioactive rock samples. In April 2018, 2 rock samples recovered during the drilling campaigns in Oklo were donated to the Vienna Natural History Museum. The donation and ceremony was made possible with funding from nuclear fuel company Orano and France's Alternative Energies and Atomic Energy Commission, CEA. The French permanent mission to the UN in Vienna supported the effort. And according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, which helped monitor radioactive levels and handling of those samples, the 2 samples emit a radiation of about 40 microsieverts per hour. Quote, if you stand 5 centimeters away from them, which roughly compares to the amount of cosmic radiation a passenger would receive on an 8-hour flight from Vienna to New York, end quote. The incredible hypotheses. The Oklo nuclear reactor in Gabon has been operating for 1,500 years. How to produce water of such high purity has become another unsolved mystery. The rationality of the structural design of prehistoric nuclear reactors is absolutely baffling to experts. Some scientists and theorists believe that the reactor is extremely advanced, suggesting that highly intelligent beings existed 2 billion years ago, while another hypothesis is that it was constructed by prehistoric human civilizations, like described in the Silurian hypotheses by NASA scientists, using techniques that were lost to subsequent humans. So, however, most of the mainstream research believe that Oklo is the world's only identified naturally occurring reactor which was created by accident, as scientists Norman Schwartz and John A. Miller from Sandia National Laboratories explained in the 2017 paper, the concept of a naturally occurring reactor was originally documented in 1956 using reactor theory or the infinite multiplication constants. Now, where does the pure water come from that was supposedly used in this? This is by N. Hale from Ancient Mysteries on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.